Oh, hi everybody. Merry Christmas and happy holidays to everyone. Hope you guys are tuning in from a cozy location, up with the family, with folks, friends, whoever it is, and having a wonderful time this season. While you guys are tuning in to this, I'm gonna get in the festive spirit as well and talk to you guys a little bit about a little show that's been premiering recently called What If? Season 2, that is. So without further ado, sit back, get cozy, get yourself some eggnog, get yourself some coffee, get yourself some nice cookies, and let's talk about something which hopefully is a present to you guys. What If Season 2 starts off with a bunch of new stories that are taking place within the Marvel multiverse that is expanding over the last few years, and with characters that some of them are returning, some of them are characters who are being introduced to for the very first time, as we're going into some very unique locations. In the spirit of Christmas, you're going to be getting all 9 episodes over the next 9 days, starting December 22nd. However, I'm reviewing this on December 25th, which is going to be around the time episode 4 is about to drop. I have seen all 9 episodes and I can't wait to talk to you guys about it, but there are going to be no spoilers in this review because, Santa is here and I don't want to give you guys a lump of coal. I want to give you guys actually a good present and, not ruin your viewing experiences. What If is a show that I did enjoy mostly when the first season dropped, although I didn't think it lived up to its full potential of being as unique as it could be. It seemed to be very constrained with the ideas of the earlier movies existing and sort of playing off of those in different ways, but not really trying to take things in a new direction as much as they could. The times that they did, I thought those were the best episodes, but every time they decided to rework a formula that was already done, it felt like it was holding itself back. A lot of the creative team that was involved in the first season has come back for this second season, and so I think somewhere along the way over the last couple of years or so, things have changed dramatically when it comes to the characters that have been introduced and the things that have happened with Marvel, and I can honestly say that season 2 takes advantage of those and it leads to a much more unique season overall. It's something that is a significant improvement over the first season, while not without some issues here and there. But overall, it tells a very interesting tapestry of stories which are brought to life much more well this time thanks to a better handling of the animation. This is something that I thought the first season sometimes was a little on and off with. The quality sometimes went from really great animation to something that didn't look quite as refined. In this one, the style that they were using for that first season is enhanced upon quite a bit in the second season, and there is a major improvement, especially when it comes to some of the fight sequences and action sequences that are there throughout the entire thing. All the different episodes that you get, especially when it comes to unique abilities being shown, they have a lot more fun with it, and the animators have done an outstanding job over here, and a big round of applause to them. And when it comes to the more unique stuff, they really managed to make sure those things pop out in the best way possible. The voice acting is also something that has improved considerably, because a lot of the actors who play their roles in live action are coming in to do animation. It's always a big, difference, because you're kind of going, okay, well, how do I do this the best way in an animated form when I've done it in live action for so long? It's always a tricky thing to try and pull that off. But I can honestly say that that's been considerably improved upon, and all the actors are doing a really good job. I think the standouts still remain Jeffrey Wright, of course, as the Watcher. He is still excellent as that character and narrating all the events that are going on. The guy's voice, which is talked about even in the season as this really, calming voice, which just happens to go over all of the events, that continues to remain the case, and he's great in it. But also, a lot of time is given to characters such as Captain Carter once again, Haley Atwell doing a fantastic job, but also a lot of the other actors who have come in from the movies adding to that. They've brought back some characters as well. Cate Blanchett is actually in this as Hela once again, which was great. It was great to have her play that character again, because I thought she was excellent in Ragnarok, and even though I love that movie, I don't think we had enough of her. But now you're going to get a little bit more of that with What If, so that's really great. But there's also other returning cast members such as Benedict Cumberbatch, Mark Ruffalo, Jeff Goldblum is in it, Jon Favreau's in it. All of those were really, really great additions. And even Michael Douglas, I believe, as Hank Pym comes back. And so does Lawrence Fishburne as Goliath, which is not a spoiler considering the action figure seems to have revealed this months prior. But anyway, the episodes that you've seen so far have been with Karen Gillan's Nebula in this Blade Runner-esque world where she's playing a cop trying to figure out who murdered Yondu. But I thought that first episode was really, really good and very strongly done. Karen Gillan was excellent in the voice work, and the episode was also written very smartly. I thought episode 2, however, the one where Peter Quill comes back to Earth and he's a little evil and destroying stuff, and a makeshift Avengers is put together to stop threats, I thought that was really, really great. That's one of my favorite episodes of the entire season. Wonderfully done, very action-packed. You get a lot of time with Hank Pym. Michael Douglas is great. The writing is great. The Chris Hemsworth as Thor was awesome in that episode as well. And the emotional conclusion that things eventually come to was also really well handled. The episode with Happy Hogan, where he becomes a giant, is something that, again, you guys have already seen by now. That was maybe my least favorite episode of the entire series. I don't think it's a bad episode, but it is definitely the weakest of this particular season. Like, it sort of drags on. It doesn't have the kind of momentum or strong writing as I think some of the other episodes do. My favorite episode, where you meet Kahori, who is a Mohawk woman who is able to harness some powers, that episode is one of the more unique things that Marvel's done with the entire series of What If so far, and I really loved what they pulled off over there. That was a really, really great one. There's an episode where you get with a sequel of sorts, where you get to spend some more time with Captain Carter. That was really, really good as well. You get some great stuff over there, which leads into a larger plot line. Much like the first season, there is a larger plot line thing going on over here where it leads to two things. I'm not going to go into what those are because those are spoilers and you're not there yet. One of those things I really, really liked. The other thing, not quite as much, which is maybe my one issue with this entire season. There is a different side plot line which comes up, which I don't feel like it gets enough time to sort of gestate before it just kind of explodes. And I feel like you could have spent a little more time developing that. There's a little more time given to the other thing, which I think is much more well handled, and it leads to a really great conclusion. But this other thing I can't say is as well handled as that. But it does end on a note that is really cool, and I can't, again, spoil what that is, but there is a very fun conclusion which they come up with for that particular aspect of it. Once again, it's got some great music. I think the music is dialed up a notch, especially in this. I think the soundtrack's really, really good. The various events that are taking place, like I said, are much more unique. There are so many improvements made over the first season, but that does feel like sometimes it does suffer because there's a couple of things that don't work out as well as the other things. But I think for the most part, I think at least 7 of the 9 episodes, the stories that are being told in this, I really, really enjoyed. There's just a couple of them that I feel were not quite as great, those being episodes 3 and can't tell you what the next one is. But overall, I can say that I did enjoy myself with What If Season 2 a lot more than I did with the first season. It's been a tumultuous year for Marvel. Things have worked out, some things haven't. So it's been a bit of a, mixed bag of a year, and I can understand some of the, apprehensions when it comes to projects, but this one was good. This was actually really, really fun. And if they make more projects down the line in the What If continuity, which I'm sure they will, because there's so much you can do even now with the multiverse and so much with what the Watcher is watching and is, sort of documenting as things are going on. I think there are a lot more avenues yet to be explored and a lot more characters yet to be introduced. And I can't wait to see where all of that goes, especially with newer movies coming out, with newer characters who are there. We still have to, get to a few other things which haven't happened so far, which I'm very excited to see what those will be down the line. Some point we'll get those, but, we still have some time left for that. But overall, I did really like this season, and I'm going to give it an A-. Yeah, I'm actually happy with this one. It's a big step up because the last one I gave a B. So there is definitely an improvement with this season. Like I said, not perfect as of yet. A couple of things don't work out quite as well, but I did enjoy myself a lot more with this season. Guys, thank you very much for watching. Look forward to more videos very soon. Merry Christmas to everyone, like I said once again, and hope you guys have a wonderful holiday. The best movies list is going to be out this week very, very soon. I can't wait to share that with you guys. There's so much that is in this list this time. There's so many things to talk about. Some stuff that I didn't even get a chance to review yet. It's going to be so much fun. As always, if you like this, please do subscribe. And very happy holidays to everyone.